If you take an aerial view of the suburbs in our cities, particularly the warmer ones like Brisbane and here in Perth, you'll see a patchwork of roofs, lawns, tree canopy and shimmering swimming pools. Pools don't always fit into a landscape, but sometimes they do. In the hills overlooking Perth, Cassia and Nathan's pool isn't a standalone feature in the backyard just for the family to swim in. It's a fully functional, integrated part of the garden. Cassia, what attracted you to a natural pool?
I love the feel of the water as I swim through it. I wanted an ecosystem that attracts all the different birds and insects to the garden. We just wanted to stay away from the chlorine for our kids' sake, for their health. Nathan wanted a nice space to look out from his office onto the pool. When we first purchased the property, we engaged some landscape designers. We asked them to incorporate rock walls, stone steps, and, a meandering garden where you didn't know where you were going to go. You take a turn about the garden. Am I going to go this way today or go that way? We thought, what better place to end up at the end of your little meander than a beautiful swimming pond?
This stunning natural pool is the creation of landscaper Tony Green.
A natural pool for me is not only the natural system of filtration, but also the natural-looking environment. The habitat for me is one of the most important parts of the natural swimming pond. The rocks, the gravel, the engagement with the fish and the tadpoles.
Oh my goodness, and the hornets chasing each other.
The water's held in the landscape. It's a rubber liner and it's stretchy, so it's got a lot of values that make it really good to use in this kind of environment. Because we place all these heavy boulders on it, it has the capacity to absorb impacts and even deal with like pointy parts of rocks and be able to stretch around those and not easily tear or easily pierce. We draw the water through a skimmer, much the same as you would in a conventional swimming pool, and the pumps then pump the water up to a wetland filter. Now, the wetland filter we build is an upflow wetland filter, so we pump water into the bottom of the filter. It goes in at high velocity, then it slows right down, and it's the slowing right down and then going up through the filtration media that does the heavy lifting of cleaning the water in the system. So in those different layers of gravel, we have different types of microorganisms and bacteria that grow and thrive and clean the water. And then the water flows out through the top of that, and typically we have an elevation change and have a waterfall returning from that back to the pool. The plants in these systems are typically just polishing the water. They're just drawing up the last of the soluble nutrient and cleaning it up and providing a really nice aesthetic too. What we found, though, is that we don't use a lot of native reeds and rushes. My hypothesis of the reason for that is that they don't work hard enough in such a clean environment. Because of how much work the wetland filter is doing cleaning the water, there isn't actually a great deal of waterborne nutrient for them to survive on. So we often have to use species that would be from more tropical areas that are much harder working plants, and they're the ones that we find that perform the best. We'd like to plant water lilies just for their flowering and the joy of seeing them come out. We love the hibiscus. We had frogs appearing in the pool before we'd even built the whole thing. We have lots of insects appear really, really early on, and then birds discover it and they appear.
Are mosquitoes a problem?
No, not at all. The water moves a lot. There's a lot of circulation in the system. We've got bubblers, we've got circulation jets, so any mosquito larvae that was on the surface we draw to the skimmer. And we've also got fish, obviously, in there, and they eat the mosquito larvae too. We don't typically add fish to them ourselves because every owner of a pond wants different things for their pond.
It's just a pleasure to maintain. There's no chemicals, there's no gloves, there's no masks or anything like that. It's just a really lovely way to maintain a pool.
3, 2, 1, Bonnie! It's almost like a form of gardening. Trimming the water plants is not actually that hard. The level of maintenance is actually quite low. For us, it's more than just a place to swim. It's a place that we can sit by. We get wading birds come, and we've got a resident monitor lizard underneath a rock over there, and we have frogs. It's a place where we can have fun, but it's also quite a contemplative place as well. During the summertime, the kids love to come, and there's a big bommy rock up the end there, the deep end. During winter time, we like to do like a cold plunge When Kasha's generally not keen on winter time, more of a summertime activity. Yeah, so we get to use it all year round.
In a neighbouring suburb, experienced pool owners Emily and Craig are relishing the switch from a conventional pool to one of Tony's designs.
Originally there was an above-ground pool located here, and that was a lot of effort to maintain and look after, and lots of chemicals and stuff to keep it balanced all the time. So that was a lot of hard work. So we ripped that out and we put in the natural pool in the same location. And it cleans itself with the filtration systems now. So it is literally just cleaning out the skimmer boxes and scooping out some leaves. You really need to jump in the pool and do some big bombies in there to help move the materials around as well, which is a lot of fun.
Have you been happy with the quality of the water?
I absolutely love it. Like, I don't have to put any chemicals in there to balance it.
We talk about almost every time we're in the water is how soft the water feels, and it just has the most ambient temperature. I think with the rocks and the thermal properties, the water is incredibly soft and beautiful.
Have you noticed having this amount of water in the landscape has attracted wildlife from across the area?
Yeah, look, it's become its own little ecosystem. We have an array of birds that come in and love to drink from the water and just be in the cool of the trees.
The location that we've put the pool in is obviously surrounded by some, well-established trees. So we get a lot of shade and also some open up areas for the sun to put some warmth in the pool too. With the large beach area, the kids and ourselves as well, I must admit, we put a chair in the water and actually sit in the water just in the afternoons, especially on a weekend. It's really nice. Really nice and relaxing.
It's beautiful, the rocks, and when the sun sets across the water, it's just a really lovely place to be.
Tony, what's your favourite feature of this pond?
Oh, this pond, it's got to be the beach. It's a big, long, shallow space. It's fantastic for young kids to look at the tadpoles and the small fish swimming around in there. People around our age in particular spend a lot of time growing up with creeks to go and play in and bushland to play in, and we've lost a lot of that now, and people are focused a lot on devices rather than connecting with nature, and I feel this is a really nice way to bring that back. And for people to interact, to swim with the fish, to see the tadpoles, to follow the schools of small fish around, to watch the insects coming and going and breeding and birds coming and going. It's a really nice way to connect back with nature.